I'll tell you a feud I'm looking forward to if they do it right is Punk and MJF.
Yeah.
Their promo battle, even though they did a couple things like let me ask you this, Rick, as kind of a side note. On TBS and TNT, you're allowed to swear X amount, okay? And they use shit, and they had Punk had the fans chanting needle dick at MJF. The Inner Circle guys always flip the bird. I just don't think that's necessary. And I think if you're trying to grow your audience, it can be kind of productive. I think if you're trying to grow your audience, you don't have to be PG-13, but you shouldn't be hard R either. I think you're super serving the fans you already have when you do that, the hardcore ones, but I think you already got them. What's your take on the profanity that, again, I think there's too much in AEW?
Well, they're doing the exact opposite as WWE. So, and Vince is not going to move off his PG-13 or his PG, whatever. I mean, they're allowed to say a word here and there, but I think I'm sensing that in the people that run the company, Vince and whoever else, that they are chasing down the advertising couple of the advertisers that won't allow that kind of conversation to be had.
I got to be honest, Rick. I can't think of one advertiser in the world that would be crazy about needle dick being chanted on national TV.
No, I can't either. But everybody's got a different thought process. I'm not the booker. I'm not in charge of it.
No. Hey, what they want to do is what they want to do, and it's a great product. It's been very successful. I don't. Let me ask you this: if back when you did promos, if you had the option to swear or didn't or not, what would you have done?
I never did swear.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I didn't.
And finally, let's do one more here, and this is.
I tell you something I was going to say about Punk. Now, Punk had a hell of a match with that young man. I can't think of his name the other night, right?
Oh, with Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
It was a Pittsburgh kid who was not bad. You're right. That was a good match.
Yeah, very good match. But I think that sometimes that in their attempt to keep him undefeated, they put him in a scenario where he's out there too long. Even though he made that kid and had a great match, I would have shortened it up because, I mean, if he's their biggest star, no matter how talented, is it Moriarty?
Yeah, Lee Moriarty. He's very talented. You don't need to make him. Lee Moriarty's not going to be a headliner for you probably ever.
Well, I don't know the answer to that because I don't know enough about him. But I don't think that Punk needs to be out there that long. I think they can have just as good a match in a shorter period of time.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. One more tweet before we wrap this up.
Especially as he's heading into a match with MJF.
Right.